How to maintain a long-lasting relationship. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm your relationship buddy here. And today we're rediving into a topic that is super practical for anyone in a relationship, whether you are just starting out or have been with your partner for years. We're going to talk about how to keep a relationship strong and lasting. Now I know that every relationship is unique, but there are three key elements that really make a difference: communication, trust, and growing together. So grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's get into some real talk about making your relationship work for the long haul. First up, let's talk about communication. You've probably heard it a million times. Communication is the heart and soul of any relationship. Think about it. So many misunderstandings, arguments, and even breakups happen simply because people aren't communicating well. Maybe you feel like your partner isn't being as attentive as you'd like, but what if they just don't know how you're feeling? The truth is, good communication isn't just about talking, it's about really listening and connecting. Now, what does good communication really mean? Let's break it down. Imagine you're having a conversation and all you can think about is what you are going to say next. That's a no-go. Active listening means putting your phone aside, making eye contact, and genuinely focusing on what your partner is saying. It means asking follow-up questions like, "How did that make you feel?" Or "What do you think would help?" Instead of interrupting with your own story, you're inviting them to share more. This kind of listening shows that you truly care about their perspective. We all have those moments when our feelings boil over, and it can be tempting to say something harsh, but try to frame your thoughts with "I feel" rather than "you always." For example, instead of yelling, "You never remember our anniversary? Do you even care?" You might say, "I felt really hurt when our anniversary slipped your mind because it is so important to me." This simple shift in language can make a huge difference. It takes the focus off blame and instead opens up a conversation about feelings. Timing is everything. If you're both feeling angry or stressed, it's probably not the best moment for a serious conversation. Instead, wait until you're both calm. Think of it like this. Trying to have a deep conversation in the middle of an argument is like trying to drive through a storm without headlights. You might still reach your destination, but the journey will be rougher than it needs to be. Let's say, for example, that your partner forgets your anniversary. Your initial reaction might be to snap, "How could you forget something so important?" But instead, consider saying, "I felt really sad today because I was looking forward to celebrating our anniversary and I missed it." This way, your partner is more likely to understand your feelings and respond with care rather than defensiveness. Next, let's dive into trust. Trust is like the foundation of a house. Without a strong foundation, even the most beautiful house will crumble. Trust isn't built overnight. It takes time, effort, and consistency. When you and your partner trust each other, you can weather just about any storm together. It might sound cliché, but honesty really is the best policy. Even the little lies can add up over time. Think about it this way. If you lie about something small today, it might not seem like a big deal. But if these small lies pile up, they create cracks in the foundation of your relationship. Being truthful, even when it's tough, shows respect and builds confidence between you two. Ever had someone say they do something and then never follow through? It's frustrating, right? When you make a promise to your partner, do everything in your power to keep it. And if circumstances change, be sure to explain what's going on instead of just leaving them hanging. Reliability builds trust over time. Respect each other's privacy. In today's digital age, it's tempting to keep tabs on your partner's every move, but trust means giving them space. Respect their privacy and avoid snooping through their phone or social media. Trust is about believing that your partner will be honest and respectful without needing constant surveillance. Once trust is established, it's crucial to nurture it. A single breach, whether big or small, can shake the whole structure. That's why it's important to constantly reinforce your commitment to one another. Trust is not a one-time deal. It's an ongoing process that requires both partners to continually invest in the relationship. Now, let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: growing together. A long-lasting relationship isn't just about two people coexisting. It's about evolving together, sharing new experiences, and sometimes even reinventing yourselves alongside one another. If you and your partner are growing in different directions, that gap can widen over time. But if you can find common ground and pursue shared interests, your connection will only deepen. So how can you grow together as a couple? Here are a few ideas. Whether it's taking a cooking class, learning a new language, or picking up a hobby like painting, doing something new together can bring a fresh spark to your relationship. It's not just about the activity. It is about the shared challenge and the sense of accomplishment you feel when you master something new as a team. You don't need to plan an extravagant vacation to bond. Even a weekend getaway or a day trip to a nearby town can create lasting memories. Planning a little adventure together helps break the monotony of everyday life and gives you something to look forward to. It's all about creating moments that are uniquely yours. Volunteer or do something meaningful. Growing together can also mean giving back to your community. Consider volunteering for a cause you both care about. Not only will you be doing something positive, but you'll also be strengthening your bond by working together for a greater good. Set goals together. Having shared goals, big or small, can really align your paths. Maybe it's saving up for a home, planning for a future family, or even a fitness challenge. Working towards something together reinforces your commitment to a common future and builds a sense of unity. I want to share a little story about a friend of mine who has been with her partner for over a decade. Their secret? They never stopped trying new things. One year they took up photography. The next they learned how to scuba dive, and then they even ran a marathon together. Every new challenge was a chance to grow and learn, and in doing so, they not only added exciting chapters to their love story, but also kept their relationship fresh and vibrant. Their journey is a beautiful reminder that love isn't static. It evolves, adapts, and thrives when you're both willing to learn and grow together. Now let's get real for a minute. I'm not just talking theory here. I've seen it work time and time again. Think back to a moment when a simple conversation made all the difference. Maybe it was the time you and your partner sat down after a misunderstanding and really talked things out. That honest dialogue, where you both laid out your feelings without judgment, can be incredibly healing. It's in those vulnerable moments that true intimacy is born. On the flip side, when communication breaks down, even the smallest issue can spiral out of control. It is like a snowball effect. One miscommunication leads to another until suddenly you're in the middle of an argument you never intended to have. The key is to catch those moments early and address them before they snowball. It might not always be easy, but trust me, the effort is worth it. And what about trust? I've seen relationships where a single breach of trust felt like the end of the world. But I've also seen couples rebuild that trust brick by being open, honest, and patient with each other. It's a process that takes time, and it requires both partners to be committed. When you work together to repair and nurture trust, the resulting bond is incredibly strong. Life gets busy, and it's easy to let daily routines take over. Make it a habit to set aside a little time, maybe over a cup of coffee or during a walk, just to check in with each other. Ask about each other's day, share something you're grateful for, or even discuss a small concern before it grows into a bigger issue. Big milestones are important, but don't underestimate the power of small celebrations. It could be a note left on the fridge, a surprise coffee date, or even a text message during a hectic day saying, "I'm thinking of you." These little gestures go a long way in showing your partner that they matter. Encourage an environment where both of you feel comfortable sharing your thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. Sometimes that might mean having a designated talk time, when you both agree to put aside distractions and really listen to each other. No one's perfect, and there will be times when you mess up. The important thing is to own up to it, apologize sincerely, and work together to move forward. An apology isn't a sign of weakness. It is a sign of maturity and respect for your partner's feelings. It might sound a bit old-fashioned, but keeping a joint journal can be a fun way to document your journey together. Write down the good moments, the challenges you've overcome, and even the lessons you've learned. This can serve as a tangible reminder of how far you've come as a couple. So what's the takeaway here? Maintaining a long-lasting relationship isn't about grand gestures or perfect harmony. It is about the everyday efforts that both partners put in. Whether it's through honest communication, building and maintaining trust, or growing together by trying new things, every little bit counts. Your relationship is like a plant. It needs constant care, attention, and a little bit of nurturing to thrive. Remember, no relationship is without its bumps and detours. There will be days when it feels like nothing is going right, but that's when the strong bonds you've built come into play. Trust in the process, communicate openly, and never stop growing together. Love is a journey, and every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to a more fulfilling and lasting connection. Thank you so much for sticking with me through this deep dive into maintaining long-lasting relationships. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What are some of your go-to strategies for keeping your relationship strong? Have you found that regular communication and shared experiences really make a difference? Drop your comments below and let's get a conversation going. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more relationship advice and real-life tips. Until next time, keep nurturing your love, stay honest, and enjoy the beautiful journey of growing together with your partner. See you in the next video, and here's to many years of happiness and connection.